Hi, and welcome back to the channel. This is Noir Star Emporium, a vlog about running a dark, whimsical lifestyle brand. I'm Linus, co-founder, co-owner, and fashion designer here at Noir Star Emporium. This week, we are at Grayscale. It is a small business summit put on by Die With Your Boots On and a bunch of other really cool Salem-based businesses. And yeah, we're gonna just show you how the week goes. So let's go.
No, but sometimes I see, so I have two tours.
I'm not a podium for them, so we're gonna sit and hang out together. Hi, I'm Lindsay. Hey, thanks for coming. First of all, I want to thank Amber for putting this together. She put this together in 3 months. Okay, that's insane. 3 months ago, Amber sends me a call or a text, and she's like, "Hey."
So Grayscale's been wrapped up first day for a little while, and my takeaway is a lot of reaffirming things that we kind of had a feeling about and maybe just needed a reaffirming from the community. Yeah, so we'll see how tomorrow goes. This is day 2 of Grayscale. We are heading to the cinema and right now from the hotel room, and
it's gonna be a good day. Some great panels.
Yep. We'll get that too.
Grayscale. While she's standing at the back, everyone give a big round of applause for Amber. Just remember.
I own Foxblood, and you know what? I don't toot my horn very often, but if there's something we're really good at, it's TikTok Live. Girls on this side, we have different experiences, obviously, but I think ladies are kind of interesting.
Yeah, so I know probably everybody gets like a degree of hate and also extreme love. I did expect that when I started, people were going to be angry at me for being on camera, just in general. Like, I knew it. But yeah, I get a lot of hatred, and it's very vile. Like, we really have to like work around a lot of stuff just to like keep it from being too crazy. And it's like, it sucks for me obviously because it does wear on you after a while. But like, I also get concerned about the audience and the people watching. It's like they are in a comfortable space, and I don't want them to feel like it's being invaded. And I don't want them to feel uncomfortable either. Which is why it's important to me to, like you said, sort of have these. I snap back at everyone. I'm an incredibly aggressive hostess. I don't let anyone get away with anything. My job is, aside from product, is also to humiliate nasty people in front of a massive audience. That's what I like to do. A horror hostess, right? I was originally going to have goblins in my, like, the show that I do. And they were supposed to be puppets, and that was the idea. But then they decided, they're like, no, we're the goblins. And I'm like, okay, fine, sure. And they made like a Discord, and they, like I said, they like tell each other when everyone's live. They talk about everybody all the time. And that's really great too. It's very affirming, but then at the same time.
And but we're here, and I'm so willing to tell you guys anything Jess is willing to tell you. I got them to come from LA. Like neither of them have ever been to Salem. So please, like, definitely don't be afraid to ask us questions and keep the conversations going.
Man, a few words. I'm Amber. I'm also from Diver the Boots On. Maybe you've heard of it.
I am Liz Fraser, and I'm the owner of Rich City Licks
storefront. And why? Like, tell us a little story of how you ended up with a store in Salem. Like, why Salem? Why wouldn't you sell? Like your little quick origin story. I mean, we can start with the bald vampire if you want.
Oh god, here we go, 30 seconds. Vamp thing started in 93. Lex and I bought the brand in 2017. Exactly almost 1 year later, on Friday the 13th, we stumbled into the space, 244 Essex Street. It was actually already leased to somebody else. Oh, I'm spilling all the tea out here. So the space was technically already leased. We said to the realtor, do you think the landlord would entertain an over-asking offer? And she said, he absolutely would. And so we put together a pitch deck 24 hours. Later, we were signing a lease. We were there for 3 years and bought the space. Last year, bought another space, sold the original space, and here we are. We're still on Essex Street, 2 doors down from the original spot.
Okay, so this is kind of a random roundabout story, but there used to be a goth shop in Salem called the Fool's Mansion, and it closed. And we were all really sad because we all used to hang out there. We would have these like late night private parties and have a good time all night long. Without anybody knowing, but I can say that now because it closed. And they closed up, and we were all really sad about it. But I was like, you know what? This is Salem. Somebody's gonna pick up the mantle, and somebody's gonna open something. And I kept on waiting for it to happen, and it just wasn't happening. I was in a weird spot in my career. And I was already sort of in the mindset that I might want to start my own business because I didn't want to work for corporate companies anymore. I had been working in all these random retail companies, and I just wanted to be done making money for somebody else. And knowing that, Liz actually gave me a job wicking candles and selling in her store and helped me prepare to open my store. What might be like 5 people. And people agreed to do that, and that's why you're all here. So thank you all so much for being willing to be the guinea pigs this year. Also, I am not going to read them all off again because, again, I leave somebody out every single time I try to read the sponsorship list because it is so long, which is really amazing and impressive. But let's have another round of applause for our amazing
So we are home from Grayscale, and we did record last night, but it didn't get recorded audio-wise, so we're trying again.
I mean, this is probably better because we did have a couple of cocktails or a couple of drinks after Grayscale, and we probably rambled on more than we should, but we want to re-record and still hit on the same points that we made last night after attending Grayscale this week.
Yeah, so my takeaways were pretty much just reaffirming a lot of the things we already knew, which was nice to hear.
The reaffirming is good because it's like, okay, well, we're on the right track for some of these things.
Yeah, we definitely feel like for being the first Grayscale, it was awesome. The panelists were amazing.
Amber did an amazing job putting this whole thing together in just 3 months. The location, the theater, well, the theater got a little cold. I mean, theaters get cold, but still, the setup I thought was, just really, really, really nice.
Yeah, it was very cool. I do think that there is room for improvement for sure, and when they send out the survey, we'll kind of touch on some of those things. But yeah, I feel like the one thing that I was kind of hoping for was more of a maybe panels for people who are just starting out and panels for people who are in the middle, about to scale, or like on that precipice of scaling and like what that looks like, and for people who have already scaled and what's next after that. But that's just kind of how I feel about things.
We're kind of like right in the middle. We're kind of at that point where we have our brick and mortar, we have some success, we're trying to scale, but not to the level where we are hiring people. And it felt like there was a lot of the panels, that's kind of what they're talking about. It's like, you gotta get a money guy, you gotta get a lawyer, you gotta get HR, you gotta get all these things. I'm like, whoa.
But how do you get those things before you're really in a place to be able to financially afford it?
Right.
And although I do appreciate everyone saying, you can reach out to us, and but that's kind of hard for introverts like us to do. But we definitely feel like there was just a little bit of that middle information of connecting from when you are in a good place after you've just started and you are starting to see growth, but you're still like, how do we get to that next part? We're in that middle place. And I think that, it needs to be addressed. But again, that's just our perspective. We don't, everybody's got their own perspective on this, and it'll be really interesting to hear everybody's perspective when all the YouTube videos come out.
Yeah. And I know, Amber from Die With Your Boots On, who put this on, she mentioned that, they want to do longer panels next year, so there's more time for questions, because they kind of felt like, there was a lot of the panels, they just went long, and there wasn't time for questions, and then you had to go chase down individual panelists during the breaks and ask us particular questions.
And we weren't the only ones doing that. A lot of people were doing that. So I mean, you would want to go and talk to somebody, but they're like very much engaged in talking with almost large groups of people, and we're very like, well.
And one of the things that we've noticed, because we are we're like king and queen of the introverts. Actually, I think all introverts are king and queen of the introverts.
I was gonna say I'm too humble for that. I'm more of a peasant.
Either way, going up and talking to people is a challenge when we don't know them personally. In our store, I could talk someone's ear off because that's my space. I feel comfortable. I can talk about all of our products until the cows come home. But going into this, right away I try to talk to all the people in the expo who had a table set up. I try to make a point to do that, and that was kind of helpful, but still I felt like I couldn't really connect with them. And halfway through this event, I'm thinking back, my corporate days and going to these big corporate meetups where our team members meet up with our partners' team members, and we do this stupid little corporate team building exercises, but it works. I mean, you're forced to meet people one-on-one from the opposite team and just kind of get to know them, and then you do these stupid little games, and then next thing you know, it's like, hey, me and that guy I just met yesterday, we're buddies now. And I kind of felt like day one it should be, let's all get to know each other, let's all and push people out of our bubble, because a lot of what was talked about was we're a community. And
I mean, in defense of all of these people, it's a lot of people, and a lot of people come with their work team, and a lot of people are connecting online already, so a lot of them already knew each other. So it's kind of hard when you're like, there are people who are all the way up here, and we're like very much down here. And like I said, I'm too much of a peasant to be talking to people that are up here. I'll talk to people here, even then, that's very intimidating.
We did talk to people, just so if any of the organizers watch this and be like, oh man, they didn't talk to. No, we did talk to a few people.
You talked to more people than I did. Yeah. I was too scared.
But we're kind of kicking ourselves because I kind of feel like we wish we did more. But it's just a bit of a challenge.
And with that being said, I think all in all, it was cool. We really enjoyed it. We hope that what takeaways we were able to have, we will be able to utilize them in scaling our business. Mm-hmm. I just think in some respects it is going to take us a little bit longer than some of the advice that was given in terms of, get a lawyer right now, just do it, get a financial guy, you just have to do it. And it's like, well, we have a family, we got kids, we got a mortgage, we have rent to pay on our business, taxes, so there are financial priorities, and we do have all these events coming up, so it's not as, and I feel like we're just making excuses for not putting the pennies away. But what I'm saying is that we will be doing that as well, but it is going to take us longer to achieve some of those things.
There was a few things that did feel like definite eye openers, and if anyone watching this is thinking about going to Grayscale next year, I recommend it. It was a good experience. We're debating whether or not we're going to do it next year. I think we got to kind of look at what their plan is, because if it's going to be a lot of the same, then it doesn't make sense. But if they're going to be,
if they elaborate, one thing we do have, we're idea people. We have tons of ideas, so we'll be.
Yeah,
not all of them, of course. We're not going to we'll pick a key points.
Yeah, I would like to share some with Die With Your Boots On. Some of the thoughts, I was thinking, would be great would be some workshops, some more practical workshops. For Lion said, there's the businesses at the different levels, and maybe we need, maybe it'd be good for if there were workshops for you're just starting out.
Here are the tools. You're right in the middle. Here are the tools.
Yeah. Do you have your LLC yet? Well, then we have a workshop that's more, on that level. Versus, we've been in business now for 2 years, so we have all the paperwork. We're already, we file taxes.
Yeah, we have a brick and mortar. Now it's just
e-commerce, but
how do we get people to the website? How do we get people buying?
I mean, that would have been such an amazing, workshop or a panel itself on just e-commerce growth.
Yes, that would have been perfect. But we should wrap up and.
Yes.
Bottom line is it was it was a experience, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to thank Die With Your Boots On, Amber. It was interesting meeting the woman who started Foxblood. She has some really good. I know. She has some really good social media people, hosts, and some of the stuff that they were saying I found was very valuable. Die With Your Boots On has some very good marketing social media people. I found that very helpful. Thank you for putting this on. We will be sending some comments. Yeah.
So that was our week at Grayscale. Thank you for hanging out with us and being on this journey with us. And hopefully I'll get onto a regular posting schedule. It's been very hectic these last couple of weeks, and I'm trying my best to at least post twice a week. So on YouTube. Every day on the other socials. Keep out for lives that we're doing. Of course, the fashion show May 2nd. And we have other stuff.
Subscribe. Follow.
Yeah.
all the things. Do all the things.
All the things. Oh, thank you.